Hi, I'm Dr. Kintop.
Hi, I'm Leanne.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So, welcome to counseling.
Thank you.
Just to tell you a few things about myself, I'm a licensed psychologist. I got my PhD from Boston University. So, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about this intake assessment form that you filled out right when you got here. Just so you know, everything that is said today will remain in this office. The only time I'll ever talk to anyone about what you say is if I need to consult with my partners, if I think that they could have a better input than I could about a problem that you're having. But everything you say will remain in this office. I won't tell anyone unless there's extenuating circumstances such as like a medical problem, like anything, that the doctors need, or if you make a suicide attempt, I need to release your records just so they are aware of what's been happening. Otherwise, I will not be telling anyone anything said here. Just so you know, if you ever have an emergency, if you think you're so depressed that you are feeling like you don't want to be here anymore, you can always call 911. They'll always come and get you. You can check yourself into the emergency room. It's always open for anyone with, that need help with mental health. Finally, we'll talk a little bit about the financial part of counseling. I saw that you had insurance. We'll check and see how many sessions your insurance company allows, and we'll fulfill that if need be. And if you need more, we'll work on getting you that and financing in a different way. So I just want to learn a little bit about you. What brought you to counseling?
Okay, so I was in a relationship for a while. I'm 20 years old now. I'm in college, and everyone's always like, you gotta go out and be single, live the college life. So now I'm finally getting to do that. And I was with my ex-boyfriend, for about 7 years. And we had recently broken up this past summer. And I was upset about it, and I felt like it was the end of the world, but this has happened before. I've had problems with this before in high school, and I just was in a bad place for a while. But this time it didn't last so long. I was feeling okay a week after, and things were okay. I realized that I didn't really need him, but
I'm just going to take a few notes if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. So now that I've been 21, I have been going out to bars, probably a decent amount of the week. I usually like to go out and have some drinks, get a little tipsy, maybe drunk sometimes. And people have been commenting to me about it, and they're saying, Leanne, I'm worried about your drinking, and I don't really think it's a problem. I still go to work, I go to school, I get my schoolwork done, so I don't really see what the problem is, but people are saying that maybe I should go to counseling, or not, I shouldn't. Maybe there's something,
your friends.
Maybe there's something bigger going on, even though I don't know what they're talking about.
So, your friends, family friends, teachers, maybe? No?
Yeah.
Does it affect your schoolwork?
I don't think it's affecting my schoolwork. I mean, I've only gotten, a little bit of worse grades. It's not, I normally, get A's, and, I'm getting, B pluses. Big deal. What's wrong with that? I don't really see the big deal in that.
Okay. So, is there anyone in your family, you want to tell me a little about your parents, and if there's any alcoholism, or just social drinking that your parents or family do?
Yeah, I mean, my dad is an alcoholic. He gets drunk all the time. I haven't seen him in a while because of this, and our whole family is really disconnected because of that. but he would always be drunk at like family parties and like drinking in the car, just like sitting at home drinking like while my sister and I would be there.
Mm-hmm.
So he definitely has a problem. Like I would say that that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like see that, like me going out on the weekends, some weeknights, like if I don't have anything to do the next day and getting drunk, like what's the problem with that? I don't really understand. But my mom doesn't really drink too much. She'll have like a beer here and there, like maybe with dinner, but especially with my dad, I don't think that she likes to drink because it's like a sensitive subject.
Mm-hmm.
But my dad definitely has had an alcohol problem. And he also, he like smokes weed, and I'm pretty sure he does like other drugs like crack, or I don't even know if he does heroin. He probably does. No one knows at this point.
So, are your parents together?
No, my parents have been divorced since I was like 3.
So does your dad hold a steady job? No?
He's just like a disaster. He is like now living with my grandparents because he can't even like afford his own place. He like would call out of work because he'd be like hungover or something, and so he lives with my grandparents, and it's pretty pathetic. Like I could never be that way.
So are you aware of like the the fact that alcoholism is very genetic and there's a very genetic tie to it? Are you worried about that at all?
I don't really think I'm like that worried about it. I mean I know it exists, and I know that people are like, oh, there's a genetic component to alcoholism, and you should be careful. You're like more susceptible to being an alcoholic, but I just feel like I like have more willpower than that, and like I don't drink because like I don't know, because like I feel like I need to. Like I like to drink, and I like to feel drunk. Like it helps me relax.
You feel like after the breakup with your boyfriend that drinking kind of helped you get over him?
I would say yeah.
So it just made you like not feel like sad, or did it make you numb, or did you?
I don't know. It's a combination of things. Like I was drinking before, but I wasn't drinking as much, I guess you could say. And so I was just like, you know what? Like alcohol makes me feel good, and I do feel kind of bad right now. So why not have another couple drinks? So I would say that yes, I have, like my drinking has significantly increased since I have broken up with my boyfriend.
So what do you drink when you go? Do you ever just like have a glass of wine with dinner, or like have a beer and watch a movie, or do you always go to bars and like try to attain being drunk?
I usually always go to bars, and I'm usually like always like taking shots. I don't really like to like drink like beer because I think it tastes gross, but like if you just like take one shot, it's like you already had a drink.
Mm-hmm. So it's more of like
it's quicker.
Yeah, it's easier for you to just get it done with and get it to that point that you want to feel drunk faster.
Pretty much.
Okay. So, do you have any siblings?
I have a sister.
What's she like?
She's very smart. She just graduated from college, has a job in a research lab now. She's very successful. At least I would say successful. Even, people these days, like it's hard for college graduates like to get a job right outside of college. So she's doing that. She's very earthy, likes to eat natural foods, and lives this whole natural lifestyle, which I don't really buy into, but she does that, and she has a boyfriend. They've been dating for a while. It's kind of awkward, but they're a good fit.
Yeah. So, have you ever talked to her about anything like with your dad, or was she, she's like kind of on the same level as you. She's not really quite like your mom, but what does she think of like the whole tying in with your increase in drinking, and your dad's subtle demise, basically going way downhill?
She kind of doesn't really like talk about it. She seems like she like is like numb to it. I don't know if it's just her having a strong. I've always been like the emotional one, or like drama queen. I'm sure you can tell I have like kind of like a crazy personality. I'm just like out there, but so she's like more reserved. She won't really talk about it. She'll say something now and then, but nothing
too.
She doesn't like to talk about it with me. I've asked my mom if she talks about it with her. She doesn't really talk about it with her. I feel like she might talk about it with her boyfriend, but I don't really know.
Okay. So what do you think you want to do when you're done with college?
I'm not too sure. I was thinking about going to grad school, but I'm a political science major, and I really want to like. I mean, everyone says this, but I really want to like travel the world, and I really want to like go backpacking through Europe for like a summer. I would like to take time off and like go do stuff for myself, but I don't really think I have the money or resources for that, and my mom doesn't really either, So I'll probably try to go to grad school, get a master's, because hopefully that'll like make more money for me in the end.
So that's your long-term goal basically is at some point in your life to travel. Go move around the world.
Yeah, I really want to like travel, and I don't want to feel like I'm like ever missing out on anything. Like there's so much more of the world to see, and I want to be able to do that.
So what do you think? Like what can you do now that's going to help you achieve that, and how can I help you?
Well, I think I don't know. I mean, I guess I would say that like my drinking has gotten like a little out of hand. I don't really like I've missed like some classes and work because like I've been hungover sometimes, but like that's happened to everybody. It's not just me. And I guess I could like try to cut back like on my drinking maybe, or like I don't know, maybe I could like go to a meeting, even though that seems ridiculous. I don't consider myself an alcoholic. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say that I'm an alcoholic. I mean, I guess others think that I might be, and they maybe would want me to go to like an AA meeting or something, but I don't know. So I guess I could try that. I could be open-minded to that.
So what would you think about maybe just trying to like, instead of going out and taking shots, do you think you could try to just, consume alcohol in, the like more healthy way by just, having one glass of wine or one beer, and just trying to see how that feels and see if you feel like the need to have more, and that kind of would show like your level of addiction, basically. Mm-hmm. If you can sit and have one drink and enjoy it for just the sitting and relaxing part of it, instead of trying to like slam the shots and get.
So like I would just have one drink.
Yeah. What do you think about doing that?
Like what's the point of that though?
Well, I mean, people use like, alcohol as relaxation,
Yeah, but like I don't feel like I'm relaxed until I have like 4 or 5.
So do you think that is maybe a problem? Just your need to, like kind of push it? It's really because
maybe
medically your body only can break down one drink an hour. So if you're taking 4 or 5 shots in an hour, which
I just
sounds like
know
you
that.
do.
Yeah, I definitely like
Are you worried
taking
about the
shots
health?
is my thing. Like, that's what I like to do when I go
Are you
out.
worried about like the health consequences of it?
Yeah, I mean, I get really bad hangovers, and sometimes it makes me like not even want to drink, but then like I get over that pretty quickly, and then I'm back to drinking. But I'll get like sick, and like I pretty much always throw up like if I'm really that drunk, which I usually am. So I guess that throwing up can't be good for your stomach. Like
Or
it's probably
your
not good for your body.
esophagus?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Not really. That's probably not healthy.
So do you have any like other, you know, symptoms of your? Do you have any like anxiety, depression feelings that kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
you're trying to mask by drinking?
I mean, I definitely like I have like really bad anxiety a lot of the time. I just feel like I don't know, like I don't really like to be alone. I don't really like to I don't know. And this is part of the reason why I feel like I stayed in my relationship so long is because like it was like comfortable
Mm.
and it was like a security blanket for me. I don't like to be alone. I like to have a boyfriend. I don't know how to be single and I just I don't know if like drinking like helps it like feel like it goes away even though I know it's not actually going away, but like I get really anxious and like I have a lot of anxiety about like being alone, like and especially like not finding anyone in life later.
Mm-hmm. So who do you go out with? Do you go out with your friends? Do you go out by yourself? Do you go out with?
Yeah, I go out with my friends. They usually like they'll drink, but like they usually don't like drink as much as I do.
So that but they're the ones that told you to come to talk to someone about this issue.
Yeah,
Your friends. So
yeah.
They
My
noticed something.
friends definitely they were the ones who said. I mean, I'm kind of like actually mad at them for like saying that because I'm pretty offended that they think that it's actually gotten to a bad level. When I told them like my dad's an alcoholic, I could never be at that level, you know. So, but yeah, they're the ones who told me that I should come here. So I'm trying it out for their benefit, for my benefit, I guess too.
So what about any like have you had any relationships since your boyfriend that have ended or are still going or ended good or bad or what's been happening in your love life since the breakup?
Well, I like pretty much like a week after we broke up, I started like seeing this guy, and you know he was really attractive. He was like a friend of a friend, and that's how I knew him. So I started seeing him, and like that was okay, whatever. Like I thought I liked the guy, but I didn't really like him. Like now that I look back at it,
Okay.
because I think it was more of just like a rebound. Like we would hook up, and that's pretty much like all we would do. We would like lay down and like watch TV or something.
So
like,
just
hook
someone
up.
to kind of fill your need, like
Yeah,
your,
like he was just someone who was there.
someone to kind of ease your anxiety of being alone.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I mean, it was nice.
So
Like,
did you drink a lot when you were seeing him?
Well, when I was with him, like he wasn't really the drinking type, so like I just wouldn't like drink when I was with him.
So it's kind of like one or the other.
So like, it I guess you could say in a way that like hanging around him and being around him, I like drank less because I just was spending like the majority of my time with him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, our time is almost up here. I just want to reiterate what I said at the beginning, that everything you told me, I can't. I'm not allowed to tell anyone except for in an emergency situation.
Yeah, like you can't tell people that I've been like
No.
going out like crazy drinking.
No one will know. Not even your parents, not even your friends,
Good.
nobody.
They would kill me.
So, we'll work on some treatment plans in the future now that I know a little bit more about you and your symptoms of your drinking habits if that's the cause of concern for you. So we'll work on that in the future, and I'll see you next week.
Okay.
I really enjoyed meeting you.
I enjoyed meeting you too. Thank you.
Thank you.